Hello there Stevos, welcome to this week's episode of Steve's weekly vlog on my YouTube channel SteveOfficial Monday morning, and I've started off my week by having some breakfast and now I'm outside taking Simba here for his first walk of the day around the backfield. Things that are like Marmite to me, like my early morning alarms, which I've had to turn back on for tomorrow morning, 4:56, 4:58 and 5 AM, and the same over on my iPad as well, 4:56, 4:58 and 5 AM. Monday night, apologies that there hasn't been much vlogging from me today. It's been a very hectic and busy day for me as I've been out at two hospitals for my mum. I've just been supporting her with her appointment. So we went to Poole Hospital this morning and went to Bournemouth Hospital this evening just for two appointments that she had there at those hospitals. And I did also have some lunch at Poole Hospital as well. Isn't the best looking food, mind, but I will give credit where credit's due, okay? The hospital cauliflower cheese, which is what I had for lunch today with some swede, is really delicious, okay? So it may not look nice to some of you viewers watching this vlog, but honestly, it tastes a lot better than it looks, trust me. And for dinner tonight, after we went to Bournemouth Hospital, my mum very kindly treated me to a Burger King. So I had a cheese and bacon chicken royale with some chips and a Coca-Cola, and I also had 5 chili cheese bites to go with that as well. So that was for my lunch and dinner today. So yeah, anyway, I am now going to head off to bed because I do have work early tomorrow. So I'm going to close my curtains and say good night world, and I shall see you tomorrow. It is Tuesday and I've just got home from work and I'm just about to get out my work uniform. So I'm currently on the backfield taking Simba for his first walk of the day around the backfield. I did let him out this morning before I went to work in the back garden, and he did his business in the back garden as well, which is good. Anyway, today I was going to go to the cinema straight after work to go and see a film, but because it was my first day back at work, and to be honest with you, because I've been out of action for the last week in terms of work, with it being with me being off for a week, I was a little bit knackered when I finished work. So I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to give the cinema a miss today, but I'm going to go to the cinema straight after work tomorrow. So there is a couple of recent movie releases which I will be reviewing in this week's weekly vlog, which you'll see a little bit later on in the weekly vlog. But in the meantime though, I am going to have a bit of a chilled afternoon, and with that I thought maybe I might just reveal what I'm watching across this afternoon. So without further ado, let's see what I'm watching this afternoon. Now watching Gogglebox on Channel 4. Now watching Moral Oral on Channel 4. Now watching Love is Blind on Netflix. Now watching today's episode of EastEnders on BBC iPlayer. Now watching Succession on Now TV. Now watching Barry on Now TV. Now watching Severance. Now watching Phineas and Ferb on Disney Plus. Now watching Family Guy on Disney Plus. Now watching American Dad on Disney Plus. For dinner this evening, I've got some chicken and veg pie with some mixed veg, mash and gravy. Now watching The Simpsons on Disney Plus. Now watching The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody on Disney Plus. Now watching a movie called Family Camp on my Galaxy Tab S7 Plus device. Now watching a movie called The Voices on my Galaxy Tab S7 Plus device. So that there is everything that I've watched today, and as you can see, I'm in my pyjamas ready for bed because I've got work once again tomorrow. So I've taken my nighttime medication. I'm just about to close my curtains and say good night world, and I shall see you tomorrow. It is Wednesday evening. We are halfway through the week and halfway through this week's weekly vlog. I've just been downstairs and cooked me and my mum some dinner. So without further ado, let's find out what I've done me and my mum for dinner this evening. For dinner tonight, I have cooked me and my mum a chicken tikka masala with microwavable egg fried rice. Good morning everyone, it is Thursday morning and I have just got dressed. The time is just coming up to 9:45 on this Thursday morning and I'm just about to go downstairs and have some breakfast and make myself my first flask of tea of the day as well. So let's find out what I've got for breakfast this morning. For breakfast this morning I've got chocolatey square cereal. Currently on the backfield on this Thursday morning, taking Simba out for his first walk of the day around the backfield. You may remember a couple of weeks ago I got this Toblerone from work because it was on offer. Well, I'm going to attempt to eat this right now whilst I watch a movie on my TV in my bedroom. I'm currently watching Child's Play on Amazon Prime. So yeah, I'm gonna try and attempt and eat this, and if in the next scene of the weekly vlog you see that I've got some missing teeth, you know who the culprit is. This Toblerone right here. For dinner tonight I've got fried bread with some chips, some bacon, some chopped tomatoes and some eggs. A Thursday night and I have just had a video call for about an hour and 20 minutes on Skype on my iMac with my friend Kieran, because it is that time of the week, and during my Skype video call with him I also had a flask of tea to drink as well. In a few moments I'm probably going to get my trainers on and head on out to take Simba for his last walk of the evening around the back. Happy Friday morning all, it is Friday and I'm currently outside taking Simba for his first walk of the day around the backfield. I've also had breakfast. For breakfast today I've had some chocolatey square cereal. I was going to go for breakfast at Toby Carvery, but I've decided that I'm going to go and do that maybe on Monday next week. So yeah, so I'm going to do that on Monday next week, and I've also made myself a flask of tea back at home as well, which I'm probably going to drink when I get back home. Also as well, happy New Music Friday everyone. Obviously every Friday there's always new music out. There's a couple of albums and songs that I thought are pretty decent. There's a new Rita Ora song which I think is called You Don't Think Twice. That's a pretty decent song. Also as well, there's a new Charlie XCX song as well, taken from the upcoming Barbie album, from the Barbie movie that's coming out in July. That was quite a decent song as well. And also as well, a brand new song by Olivia Rodrigo as well, called Vampire. That was a really good song. I played that song twice now, Vampire, because it is such a good song. I like it. So as a matter of fact, Olivia Rodrigo this week has announced that she's got a brand new album called Guts, which is her second album. It's coming out on September 8th, so really looking forward to listening to some more Olivia Rodrigo. I loved her first album called Sour, so can't wait to listen to Guts when that comes out on September 8th later this year. And there's a brand new album as well by Nothing But Thieves as well, called Dead City Club. I did give that a listen last night around about midnight. They have got some very decent songs on there, especially their opening song, Welcome to the DCC. That was quite a good song. It's sounds like a club anthem kind of song really. But yeah, I do like Nothing But Thieves. They're not a bad band actually. I've been listening to them since 2017 when they released their album called Broken Machine. Oh, they've got some really good songs on that album actually, Broken Machine. Hey, I'm a broken machine. Anyway, so yeah, they've released a couple of good songs on their previous few albums that they've been releasing over the last couple of years. So yeah, anyway, so there's some new music for you. If you do fancy giving those songs or albums a listen to, you can do. Obviously, they are available through Spotify Music, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and anywhere else really where you usually get your music. I have just recorded this week's episode of Steve's Weekly Podcast, which, by the way, you can listen to now on Spotify Music, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast. Just search Steve's Weekly Podcast to listen. Coming up this week, I talk about Run Rabbit Run, which is a brand new movie that got released earlier this week on Netflix. I'll give you my thoughts on that. Also coming up, I'll be talking about some new music that's been released this week, and what's coming up on Disney Plus and Netflix in July 2023 in the UK and US. That's all coming up this week on Steve's Weekly Podcast, which again you can listen to now. Spotify Music, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Just search Steve's Weekly Podcast to listen on those streaming platforms. By the way, today I am wearing a new shirt. Well, I say it's new, it's kind of a second-hand shirt, really. It's an England t-shirt, which basically my sister's boyfriend was kind of getting rid of, and instead I decided to keep it. So I've got a few of his shirts, by the way, which he was planning to throw away, but I've decided to go, hey, they look nice, and I think they'll look nice on me, so we'll keep them and I'll wear them. So you'll probably see in probably either towards the end of this week's podcast, towards the end of this week's vlog, not podcast, towards the end of this week's vlog, me wearing some of the new shirts that I've been given. If not at the end of this week's vlog, then definitely in next week's vlog I'll probably be wearing some of those shirts. But I'll let you guys know as and when I'm wearing some of those new shirts. But this one doesn't look too bad on me, to be honest. I do quite like it. So I've got a few shirts that are similar to this and a few smart shirts as well, because I do love to dress smart. So smart casual. So yeah, so I'll show you, I will show you those shirts as and when I do wear them, and I'll let you guys know what I think of them. Friday afternoon, and I am just about to have some Jaffa cakes. I've also just been downstairs and made myself a flask of double chopped mocha, and over on my iMac right now I'm currently watching this for the very first time. This is a movie called Jennifer's Body on Disney Plus. Now watching a brand new movie that got released on Netflix today called Nimona on my iMac. Now watching the movie Beetlejuice on Amazon Prime Video on my iMac. Yesterday I started watching some of the purchases that I have had on my Amazon Prime Video store account for quite some considerable time. Some of these films I have watched in the past, but I just fancied going back and re-watching them again. So yesterday I started off by watching Child's Play, the very first film from like the 1980s. Now I'm moving on to Child's Play 2, which I'm going to watch right now on Amazon Prime Video on my TV in my bedroom. Oh look, there's Chucky right there. Wanna play? For dinner tonight I've got pasta bake. For some bizarre reason, I thought that the Bournemouth bus rally was on next weekend on Sunday, but turns out it's this Sunday. So I am going to be going to it. Yes, I am going to bring my vlogging camera along with me as well. So I thought I'd do some sort of montage or something like that of the Bournemouth bus rally when I do go to it on Sunday. So catch that. That's coming up towards the end of this week's weekly vlog. I was literally just questioning where on earth were my trainers, but I found them. Anyway, it is Friday night, and I'm just about to go outside and take Simba for a walk. Sadly enough, I'm not going to be able to take him around the back field, because guess what? For the first time in God knows how long, it's actually been raining outside this afternoon. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to take him around the backfield, but I might just take him around the neighbourhood instead. So I'm going to do that. And then straight after I've done that, I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to sort my flask out for me to make my flask of tea before I set off for work tomorrow morning. And I'm going to make my last flask of tea for this evening as well. And then after I've done that, I'm going to get my work uniform ready, because obviously I've got work tomorrow morning. And then after that, I'm probably going to get into my pyjamas, take my medication, and then head off to bed. I might even catch up with tonight's episode of Coronation Street before I head off to bed. So yeah, so that's my plan between now and by the time I pretty much go to bed. I've been watching various different episodes tonight on Disney Plus on my TV in my bedroom of The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, a little bit of Family Guy, and now a little bit of American Dad as well. So that's what I've been catching up on tonight. Just been binge watching some of those episodes. Was there something else that I was going to say? I can't remember what I was going to say. I'm sure there was something else that I was going to say, but if I think about it, and it does come back to me, I'll grab my vlogging camera and I'll talk about it as soon as it does come back to me. Just have a look at my tea. This is my last flask of tea that I'm having for today. But just look, right? You'll see there's like little bits floating around in my tea. Yeah, that's from the tea bag. I mean, I'll still drink it, I'm not gonna lie, I will still drink that because, hey, it's tea and, you know, I don't want to waste tea, no. And you know what, probably having those little bits of tea that, you know, those little, I don't even know, what do you call them? They're inside the tea bag, I don't know. They're not tea leaves, tea granules? I guess you could call them tea granules? I don't know. I mean, to be honest, having that floating around inside this body of mine might be good for me. Who knows? I mean, tea is good for you anyway. But I don't know. Either way, hey, I'm just gonna drink it, okay? I'm not gonna complain anymore. I'm just gonna drink it. But I've had it on quite a few occasions now, where I poured the hot water in with the tea bag and then poured the milk in, and then all of a sudden I get all those little floaty black things from the tea bag itself. So I think obviously the tea bags are kind of ripped, I don't know. But I don't know, they're really bad tea bags to be honest, but I mean, hey ho. But either way, I'm going to drink it, okay? That's my last flask of tea for this evening, okay? I'm not wasting tea. Right, so I am in my pyjamas, just about to take my nighttime medication, my last flask of tea, and obviously put my vlogging camera on charge, ready for me to do some more filming for you, starting from the next scene of the weekly vlog. But before I do that though, I'm going to close my curtains and say good night world, and I will see you. It is Saturday afternoon, and I have just got home from work after working 6:45 to 11:45 shift today at work. Also as well, I just want to say a massive thank you to my work colleague Louise as well for picking me up this morning as I was halfway to work. I did walk some of the way, but she offered to give me a lift, so I want to say a massive thank you to her for giving me a lift. And I know she watches these weekly vlogs as well, because she does tell me. So yeah, so a massive thank you to Louise for picking me up this morning and dropping me off outside my workplace. Honestly, really do appreciate that a lot. Anyway, speaking of work, I have finished. I'm currently still in my work uniform at the moment, but I'm just about to get out my work uniform on this Saturday afternoon. For lunch today, I've got a cheeseburger from Rustler's. It is Saturday night. I'm just about to go downstairs and sort mine and my mum's dinner out, which I will show you guys very, very shortly. But before I do though, I kind of just have to come on this vlog and talk about something in regards to Elon Musk. All day today, Twitter users have been reporting that on their pages and stuff like that, that they've had this rate limited exceeded or something. Turns out that Twitter isn't broken or hasn't suffered any technical issues or anything like that. It turns out that Elon Musk, the CEO of Twitter, has decided that users will now be limited to reading 300 tweets per day if they're new to Twitter. If they are loyal to Twitter, shall we say, and they stick around, and they're unverified, meaning they don't pay for Twitter Blue, then they're only allowed to read 600 tweets per day. And if they do pay for Twitter Blue, then they're allowed to read up to 6,000 tweets per day. Yeah. Anyway, it appears that my Twitter account is now broken because I think I've exceeded the limit of how many tweets I'm allowed to read per day. I can't believe I'm saying this, honestly. I shouldn't be saying this. I really shouldn't be saying this because it's so stupid. That's like going on Instagram and, I don't know, Meta, who own Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp, they turn around and say, oh, by the way, we're limiting our users to only allowing to see 300 photos per day on Instagram. Or if you're on Facebook, we're going to limit you to reading 100 posts from your friends per day. It's just not possible. It really is not possible. So, Elon Musk has now made Twitter completely unusable. I mean, I'm not paying for Twitter Blue, okay? I am not going to be verified on Twitter, because I just don't believe that you should pay to use social media. You know, I remember a time when social media used to turn around and go, you are the guinea pigs of social media, because technically we all are. We use it for free, you know. But now, it seems like they're now trying to make money from people using the services. You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not willing to pay £100 per year or £9.50 per month to use Twitter Blue. I know I love using Twitter. I use it daily. I use it on a regular basis. I know that. But I am not going to pay to use Twitter Blue. Okay? Not gonna happen. Never gonna happen in a million years, Elon Musk. If you're watching this vlog, if you ever watch this vlog, it's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Anyway, enough talk about Twitter, because right now I'm just about to go downstairs and make me and my mum some food, some dinner, and tonight I am making something that I've never made before, but my support worker said for me to make within the next 2 weeks before I see him. Now, I am going to be seeing him next week on Tuesday, and he has said for me to make this Vietnamese dish, which is called a pho, which is spelled PHO, a pho. And he said you can do a pork pho, a beef pho, or a chicken pho. It was totally up to me. So I've decided tonight to make a chicken pho. Will it work? Will it fail? Who knows? You guys are about to find out now in this next part of Steve's weekly vlog. So this is how my chicken pho turned out. So obviously you can see there's chicken, there's rice noodles, there's some spinach for the finishing touches, and also I did a broth to go with it as well. So that was like fish sauce, hoisin sauce, soy sauce, and also some garlic, some sesame oil as well, some star anise. There was also some cinnamon sticks involved as well, just to give it that little bit of flavour. A bit of black pepper to go in there as well. So yeah, all of that kind of mixed in, and yeah, here we go. This is my chicken pho, and I will give you my reaction of it as soon as I finished eating it. Oh, you know, that chicken pho was the most vilest, disgusting thing that I've ever tasted in my entire life. And I'll tell you what, guys, never cooking it again. Never cooking it again. No, I'm joking. I'm joking, okay? I am joking. That chicken pho that I just had, oh my god, it was delicious, and it was so good, and there was so much flavour and seasoning, and I could eat that again and again and again and again. There was a lot of things that I used tonight which I've never cooked with before in my entire life. Like, for example, fish sauce, soy sauce, hoisin sauce, this kind of flavourising thing called star anise, which probably not a lot of you know what that is. It's kind of like one of these little like star-shaped things that you stick in, and it kind of brings out a bit of a fragrance to like sauces and stuff like that. I used a cinnamon stick, which again, I've never cooked with cinnamon sticks before, and I have never cooked with rice noodles before. I've never cooked with egg noodles before neither, but rice noodles though, never cooked with. So there was a lot of things that I used in tonight's ingredients which I'd never cooked with before. I think really the only thing that I have cooked with before, I think I have cooked with like chicken stock, but I've more used like chicken stock cubes rather than the chicken stock that's kind of liquidized, shall we say. And I've cooked with chicken as well, obviously. But other than that, though, I haven't cooked with anything else that I used in tonight's ingredients. So that's a win-win for me. My mum enjoyed it as well, which is nice. I enjoyed it. And is it a dish that I'm going to cook again? Hell yes. Hell yes, it's going to be a dish that I am going to cook again for sure. Anyway, it is Saturday night. I've just done the washing up, so that's all done now. And I've just cleaned up the kitchen a little bit as well. What I'm about to do now is get my shoes on and take Simba out for his last walk of the evening around the back field. I've also done myself my last flask of tea for this evening as well, which I'm probably going to drink when I come back home. And then when I come back from walking Simba, I'm going to get my flask ready for me to do myself a flask of tea before I head off to work in the morning as well. I am going to take my vlogging camera with me tomorrow to work. The reason being is because straight after work, Bournemouth this weekend have got a bus rally going on. It's happening tomorrow. And I thought to wrap up this week's weekly vlog, and obviously for there to be some form of content for you guys to see, which hasn't really been a lot this week, admittedly. I've decided this week's vlog's going to wrap up with me at the Bournemouth bus rally. Probably going to see various different buses. I'll try and get as much vlogging footage of that as I can, and I'll even try and get some photos as well, which I'll probably post on my social media channels aside from Twitter. Anyway, I've said enough about Twitter in this part of the weekly vlog. I could go on about Twitter for hours, but I don't think you guys want to listen to it. So anyway, just about to get my shoes on and take Simba for his last walk of the evening around the backfield on this Saturday night. So I have just got myself into my pyjamas, ready for bed. I'm going to head off to bed in a second, but before I do though, I just very quickly want to say one final thing about Twitter. So obviously earlier, Elon Musk announced that unverified users could only gain access to 600 posts a day. New unverified users can only gain access to 300 posts a day, and verified users can gain access to 6,000 posts. A couple of hours later, he decided to up it, so unverified could see 800 tweets a day, verified could see 8,000 tweets a day, and new unverified users could only see around about 400 tweets a day. Now, Elon Musk has upped it again to verified users who pay for Twitter Blue can get access to 10,000 tweets a day. And then unverified users like me can gain access to 1,000 tweets a day, and new unverified users can gain access to 500 tweets a day. I'm laughing because I just feel like we're all one big part of Elon Musk's Twitter playground, and it's sad and pathetic really that we live in Elon Musk's Twitter playground. You know, I'm never purchasing Twitter Blue. I have no intentions of getting it anytime soon, honestly. When Instagram brings out their Twitter competitor, which is called Threads, and will be coming soon, honestly, I'm going to be setting up an account with Threads, and I'll probably be using Threads a little bit more than I'll be using Twitter. Okay? Anyway, Zuck for the win. Zuck for the win. Right, I'm heading off to bed now because I have got work tomorrow. So I'm going to close my curtains and say good night, world. See you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday morning. It's just gone 5 AM and I've just woke up. I've just got dressed into my work uniform. I've just put Simba out in the back garden so that he can do his business in the back garden before I head off to work. And before I do head off to work, I'm currently making myself my first flask of tea of the day before I set off for work. So it is Sunday afternoon, and first of all I just want to say a massive thank you to my work colleague Louise once again for picking me up this morning. Honestly, really do appreciate it a lot. Anyway, I finished work, as you can probably tell, and it is Sunday afternoon. I've walked Simba as well, taken him for a nice long walk, and now I'm back outside once again because I'm heading off to the Bournemouth Bus Rally 2023, which is at Kings Park in Bournemouth. So I decided to go for a walk to Kings Park. So I'm going to go to Kings Park, go to Bournemouth Bus Rally, and I'll show you guys some of the awesome classic vintage vehicles of buses that they've got showing there, and I'll show you some other bits and pieces if I can in this montage which you guys are about to see right now.
Close my eyes, the universe
home after going to Bournemouth bus rally. It wasn't a bad event, I'm not gonna lie. There wasn't really many people there. I think there was quite a lot of bus enthusiasts there though, who are very interested in the history of the buses and stuff like that. But I thought it would be nice for me to go there to show you guys some of the nostalgic buses that Bournemouth have had, sorry. And, you know, obviously we've had some London buses there as well, some buses from Reading, and even some buses from Hampshire as well. Stagecoach is kind of like a Hampshire bus. When I used to live in Basingstoke years ago, the buses that we had there was Stagecoach buses, so a little fun fact there for you. But there was even some classic yellow buses there as well, which obviously you saw there in that montage. Anyway, enough rambling about that. If it is back on again next year, then I'd probably happily go back there again next year and show you guys some of the buses that are there next year. But I have come back home. I've just finished cleaning the bathroom as well. I've been so busy today, honestly. How am I not knackered already? I have no idea. But I did stop off at the shop before I came back home, as I picked myself up 2 bottles of Pepsi Max, one which I'll drink later when I'm on video call with Kira. The other one I'll drink maybe tomorrow. Maybe, I don't know. But I also picked up this sandwich as well, which was reduced down to £1.05. It's a ham, cheese and coleslaw sandwich. So I thought I'd have that because I'm feeling a little bit hungry, not gonna lie. And I've also picked myself up some apple juice as well to drink now. So I'm going to drink that now. And on my TV in my bedroom, I've decided to carry on watching some of the purchases that I've made over the last couple of years on the Amazon Prime Video digital store. And I'm now going to be watching The Terminator on my TV in my bedroom via Amazon Prime Video. For dinner tonight, I've got spaghetti bolognese. Today, whilst I've been at work, my mum has very kindly done some washing in the washing machine and hung it out to dry. And obviously now it's dry, so obviously it's been folded, ready for me to put away, which I'm going to do very shortly. And I am also going to go downstairs once I put that stuff away, because I've still got stuff in my washing basket, like my work uniform, etc., which I'm going to put in the washing machine now, because I'm not really going to be about tomorrow, which you'll find out in next week's weekly vlog why. But let's just put it this way, I'm going to do my washing tonight, so that tomorrow morning, as soon as I wake up, I can stick it out and for it to hang on the washing line in the back garden across the day tomorrow. You know what, after everything I've done today, I've been awake since 5 o'clock this morning. Obviously I've been to work, I've come home from work, I've walked Simba, I've gone to the bus rally, I've sat down, I've had something to eat, something to drink, I've watched The Terminator in full and edited this weekly vlog that you guys are watching. I've had dinner, I've just put my washing in the washing machine, put the wash on. I've not actually had a nap today, and you know what? I still don't feel tired. And it is around about 7:20 in the evening on this Sunday night at the time of recording this part of the weekly vlog, and I don't feel tired. I don't know if I look tired, but I don't feel tired. That's for sure. Anyway, that is it from me, by the way, for this week's weekly vlog. A massive thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this week's weekly vlog as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys, as ever. I will be back next week with your next weekly vlog. For those that want to know what I'm up to for the rest of this evening, in about half an hour's time, I'm going to have a video call with Kieran. So I'm going to be chatting to him. Then I'm going to be taking Simba for a walk, for his last walk of the evening around the backfield. And then after that, I'm probably going to have a shower, maybe have a shave as well. And then, I don't know, I'll either crash out and fall asleep, or I'll probably stay awake until silly o'clock in the morning on Monday morning. So yeah, anyway, massive thank you. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below if you'd like to, and feel free to hit that subscribe button if you are not yet a Stevo and want to subscribe to my YouTube channel to enjoy the content that I provide to my viewers on a weekly basis. So yeah, like I say, I will be back next week with another weekly vlog for you. I am going to be heading out and doing bits of filming as well across next week, so there's going to be some vlogging footage of wherever I go next week. There'll be some vlogging footage of that in the vlog, and also as well next week, hopefully I'll be meeting up with Damon and Kim as well, if they are both free and available, so they may make an appearance in the weekly vlog next week as well. But until then though, it's goodbye, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys again in my next episode of Steve's weekly vlog right here on my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial. See you then.